Well, it's your boy back once again. And I know usually I talk about the things that's on my heart and things that's on my mind. But today, I want to talk about self-reflection, a little bit about self-reflection that I spoke about in a prior broadcast before. The reason I'm self-reflecting today is because yesterday, your boy turned 46. Your boy turned 46. And I think it's no such a greater time than to self-reflect. But a lot of times people ask me like, hey man, your birthday, you turned 46, what actually you did on your birthday and things of that nature. I was like, man, I woke up, said my prayers, went for a nice jog and walk, the smell of scenery, smell of flowers, and just look back on the things that I came through and the things that I transcended from. Because a lot of times I think about when I was in there doing all that time and I didn't even know if I was going to make it out or not. I didn't know if I was going to have a chance to self-reflect. And then I could go back further than that. I remember the time when we was on the corner and doing this and doing that. I didn't know if I was going to make it through my 20s at one time. So when I mention self-reflection, today, even though it's about everybody else, it's going to be my chance to speak about the things that I'd have to look further to, the things that I want out of my life, the information that I want to give you that you can want better for your life. And just, all this entrepreneurial stuff, even though we're going through the COVID issues and the coronavirus and all of that stuff there, it just gives you a time to not take things for granted. When I tell people when I go to work all the time, they be like, dang, man, your birthday coming up. How old you gonna be, boy? I say, boy, I be 46. They say, what? I say, yeah, I be 46. I say, ain't God good? They be like, man, you ain't gonna be 46. I'm like, yeah, and my daughter's 28. I be like, yeah, God is good, man. I'm gonna share a story with you. I remember one particular time when I was in the joint, and this is when they used to have late nights in the feds. And they used to allow us to stay up a little bit and watch TV and movies and things of that nature. And I remember when they was reflecting, it was coming into 2000. And if anybody knows who listening, they remember when they was talking about 2000, they saying the computers was gonna shut down and this and that. Hold up, give me a second. Let me hit this Kool-Aid a little bit. Back to my story, they were saying how the computers was gonna shut down and things of that nature. So brother was like, man, Chauncey, man, what about the computers and everything, man? I be like, man, I ain't worried about it. It's 2000. I don't come home until 2015. So when I look about that stuff there, man, and I celebrate my birthday and some of the homies say, man, happy Earth Day and things of that nature, and then to be utilizing social media and to see that so many other people have love for you. I know that some people don't have nobody to wish them a happy birthday, whether it be because of their character, their morals, their principles, what kind of person they are. But almost 200 people wanted to wish me a happy birthday and just check on my well-being and see how I was doing, man, and salute me and say, they appreciate the things that I'm doing and things of that nature. So those are the type of things that makes me self-reflect. Because to have so many people, some of them who don't really personally know you as a person, but yet to get on social media and say, hey man, boy, I see it's your birthday, boy, happy birthday. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing that makes me more proud of who I am and how much I appreciate God working through me to transform me into the person that I am today. That's why every time I get on here, it's not all about me. It's not all about me. Even though I'm the one that's giving the message or speaking about a variety of different topics, it's always about y'all. It's always about anybody who's taking the time to listen, who needs information, who's looking for a big brother, who's looking for somebody who's a little bit knowledgeable, who that went down the wrong path, but now on the right path. That's what life is about. Life is about transforming a mistake into something that defines you, that makes you a greater individual or a greater person. I remember one time I was going to talk about today, I was going to talk about the topic of the coincidences of the things that start off as a negative and how we transform it into a positive that helps us identify where we want to go in our life, in the direction of which way that we want our life to go. But I said today I can't talk about that. I said today it's going to be all about me. Not all about me, but just I'm so happy to see my 46th birthday, and I'm so happy that a lot of people genuinely care and show caring and concern about me, that, you know, even though I'm not a selfish person, I'm going to be a little selfish today. But those who all know me, they know I'm not a selfish person in its entirety. It's just that I'm so happy to say that I'm 46. I don't have any health ailments. I've never had to take any medication for anything. And to have a family that genuinely loves me. I'm my mama's only son for the most part. But I do have another brother, and he's just like my brother, but I'm the oldest. So a lot of time my sister get on me, they be like, oh, you know, happy birthday, but you used to tell me I'm adopted and all that. Well, you are adopted. I'm the real thing. I'm the real deal Holyfield, like they say. But enough about that. You know, I'm just happy. Even though I'm not where I want to be at in my life right at this particular time, I'm putting forth the strides to make all of the stuff happen that I want to happen. Everything that I want to bring into fruition, I'm in a monumental step. I'm in a monumental stride to make it happen. It's not no day that I don't say my prayers every night, every morning, sometimes during the day, that I don't ask God to allow me to be a better individual or a better person than I was the day before. And the reason I say my prayers and I ask God to allow me to be a better person the next day than I was for the previous day is not all about me, but it starts with me. The reason I ask that is because I love everybody who I share a common ground with. Let me repeat that. I love everybody that I share a common ground with. I know that because I'm a knowledgeable individual, that I don't have a commonality with every person. Just like I know that every person of color or every person of ethnicity is not entirely what you would, in my perception, what you would call a black man or a black woman. Because in my ideal thinking, I know about our ancestral history, and I know the difference between a house Negro and a field Negro. If y'all don't know what that means, let me tell you the difference between a house Negro and a field Negro. Even though I don't identify as a Negro, I identify as a black man. It's just that I know which category that I fall in, even though I identify with being a black man. You have your house Negro, when he is in the house and he was in a slavery pinpoint, and he was in there working for a white person or a person who is not of color, he would say, if they identified with, in that time they was calling him the master or the person who ran the plantation, if he was sick and the house Negro was the one, he's healthy and everything, but he was so caught up in what was going in the house and he didn't want to be amongst the field Negroes. If the Caucasian or the white man say, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm sick, the house Negro would say, well, we sick. Well, we sick. It's not just you sick, we sick. But I'm not that type of person. So I'm giving you an example to identify with the house Negro and the field Negro. The field Negro is the one that's in the field. He's plowing all day, all night. But for the most part, he's looking for a chance to rebel and get out. Meaning not to fall upon society at that time and their rulings, because he identified that he was being treated unfairly. So even though it's such a different time from that time and now, you still have the instances where we of color, people of ethnicity, people who have a lot of melanin in their skin, are still in this day and time not treated fairly. You have a lot of broadcasts where you look at people on the news and you hear things about brothers getting killed. For example, the brother not too long ago, he was out jogging, minding his business, just jogging. Excuse me, let me hit Bukule. Jogging, just minding his business. Then somebody just want to take it upon themselves to hurt the brother. Now, the reason I'm saying that is to bring light into the differences and the things that were happening then, and it's still happening now. So even though it's my birthday, yesterday, not today, but yesterday, and a lot of time people be like, man, I'm celebrating this thing all the way till the wheels fall off. But I am happy. I am happy. I am proud of myself. I am a proud on the path to be in a good relationship. I am on the path to one day be a husband. I am on the path to always be a great father. I am on the path to be a big brother. I have three beautiful sisters. I don't want to say two because one time I got chastised for saying two because I forgot about one, even though she's in Texas. I have three beautiful sisters. I am ultimately always striving to be a great big brother. I am also always striving to be a great father. I have a beautiful daughter who's 28, little Chauncey, who's in prison, who will be home next year. I am striving to make it happen for him, so when he comes home, that he don't have to want for anything negatively, and to make it happen for him. So I'm always in movement to, like I said, be a better person today and the next day, more so than the day previously. And that's one thing that we always got to strive for. Because even like I said in a lot of my broadcasts, it doesn't matter who you identify with as long as you believe in somebody greater than yourself. I'm here to tell you, if you believe in somebody greater than yourself, I believe in you. I have faith in you. If you're a positive person, I have faith in you. No matter if your mama's saying negative stuff about you, no matter if your dad is saying stuff about you, no matter if your auntie, your grandma, whoever's saying negative stuff about you, if you have a good heart and you're trying to be a better person, I'm here for you. One thing Chauncey don't stand for, I don't like people who mistreat people. I don't like people who take advantage of people. I just like a person who's striving, even though none of us are perfect. I like a person who is striving in their imperfection. Let me repeat that. I like a woman or a brother who is striving in their imperfections, because when you're striving in your imperfections, and we will never be perfect, it will get better. Let me repeat that. When you're striving in your imperfections, even though we will never be perfect, it'll get better. Take my word for it. I've been out going home. I went in prison in 96. I come home in 2015. I haven't even been home 5 years. And even though I'm not at a particular point in my life where I want to be, I'm always on the move. I'm always on the move. Huh? Like Shorty Low say, Shorty Low used to be doing this dance right here, but Shorty Low was moving. Even though Shorty Low not here no more, Shorty Low was moving. It's like a song say, I done been there, done that. I've been there, done that. So now, when you see me, I'm gonna always be smiling. I'm gonna always salute to the person. And this one right here is going out for my main man, who y'all gonna be surprised, but he's a reform. I'm talking about somebody I used to look up, Jimmy Barkley. I love you, boy. And if you ever see this, and how much you always tell me how proud you are of me, just know, boy, I love you, boy. And I'm talking about, I already know what time it is. JB, you know, and all the other persons who out there who I forgot about, all y'all who wish me birthday wishes and all those kind thoughts and salutes. I love y'all too, man. And when you see all the time, I'm going to salute y'all too. You can take that to the bank. Take it to the bank like they say. I'm out.